Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. We're glad that you're here. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we're Backyard Musings, the Science and Technology channel.
Yeah, and we're talking about your diet or a diet may not what is this? May not affect you in dementia risk. Is that what it's all about? I mean,
Right,
not
a
all diets.
lower
Not all
risk.
diets.
Yeah,
Okay,
the diet may help lower the risk. All right,
gotcha.
researchers found that not all plant-based diets are equal when it comes to dementia risk. The findings hint that certain long-term dietary patterns may subtly shape brain health as people age. A higher quality plant-based diet may be linked to a lower risk of Alzheimer's disease. The key word there is may, and related dementias, according to a study published in Neurology on April 8, 2026, the Medical Journal of the American Academy of Neurology. The research identified an association, but it did not prove that healthier plant-based eating directly prevents dementia. Would you like to know more?
Researchers evaluated three types of plant-based diets. The overall plant-based diet focused on eating more plant foods than animal products such as meat, milk, and eggs, regardless of nutritional quality. The healthful plant-based diet emphasized foods such as whole grains, fruits, vegetables, vegetable oils, nuts, legumes, tea, and coffee. The unhealthy plant-based diet included foods like refined grains, fruit juices, or potatoes, and added sugars. The study did not examine vegetarian or vegan diets. So they're talking about processed foods there, I think, right?
I like fruit juices. I like orange juice. I do.
Right. But squeeze your own rather than buy it, you know.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, fresh squeeze would be better. Yep. Okay, quote, plant-based diets have been shown to be beneficial in reducing the risk of diseases like diabetes and high blood pressure, but less is known about the risk of Alzheimer's disease and other dementias, said study author Song-Yi Park, PhD, of the University of Hawaii at Manoa's Cancer Center in Honolulu. Remember, we just had a story about the birds and the bees suffering uh, in Hawaii on Manoa, at Manoa. All right, continuing this quote, our study found that the quality of plant-based diet mattered, with a higher quality diet associated with reduced risk and a lower quality diet associated with an increased risk.
The study followed almost 93,000 adults with an average starting age of 59. Participants included African American, Japanese American, Latino, Native Hawaiian, and white adults. Over an average follow period of 11 years, 21,478 participants developed Alzheimer's disease or another form of dementia. That's pretty
Wow,
high.
that's 25%, better than 25%.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah, that's pretty
At the
high.
beginning of the study, participants completed food questionnaires. Researchers analyzed how closely each person's eating habits matched the overall healthful and unhealthful plant-based diet patterns. The analysis included healthy and less healthy plant foods, along with animal fats, meat, dairy, eggs, fish, and seafood. Each participant received three separate diet scores. Researchers then divided participants into five groups based on their scores for each diet pattern.
After accounting for factors such as age, physical activity, and diabetes, researchers found that participants in the highest group for the overall plant-based diet had a 12% lower risk of dementia compared to those in the lowest group. Is that mine too? People
Nope.
with the no, it's you.
Yep. People with the
Okay.
highest scores for the healthful plant-based diet had a 7% lower risk of dementia than those with the lowest scores. In contrast, participants who consumed the highest amounts of unhealthy plant-based foods had a 6% higher risk of dementia compared to those who consumed the least.
Researchers also examined a small group of a little over 45,000 participants who reported their diets again after 10 years. Among them, 8,360 later developed dementia. Again, pretty high number, right? That's
Yeah.
The study found that people whose diet shifted most toward unhealthy plant-based foods had a 25% higher risk of dementia compared to those whose diets stayed relatively stable. Meanwhile, participants who moved away from the unhealthy plant-based eating patterns had an 11% lower risk.
Quote, we found that adopting a plant-based diet, even starting at an older age and refraining from low-quality plant-based diets, were associated with a lower risk of Alzheimer's and other dementias, said Park. Continuing his quote, our findings highlight that it is important not only to follow a plant-based diet, but also to ensure that the diet is of high quality.
One limitation of the study was that dietary information came from self-reported food questionnaires, which may not always accurately reflect what participants ate. So, anyway, yeah,
Garbage in, garbage out.
yeah, those are some interesting numbers though. If they're accurate, they're pretty revealing.
Eye-opening. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay,
Folks, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you in the afternoon.
see you this afternoon. Thanks for watching.